make this better.
Oh, sorry.
Or also, we've used it for special occasions, for birthdays and things, to help us write something about our loved ones.
That's so great. Now,
Poems.
where did you get the script? Did you write the script or did you find it somewhere?
It was my own script. But you know what? Couple of 3 days ago, I just put in I want a script that says that talks to people about this or that or something else, and it actually did one for me, which
Good.
I liked. I really liked it, and I have used it a time or two. You know, it has to be a particular person I want to send that script to.
That's very cool. I'm glad to hear that. Well, the two ladies that were on yesterday and the lady she tried to go back to the link from yesterday. It's not the same link.
Mm.
She'll be here in a minute and she's texting me now. Did you get it? Okay. She said, I still have it. I'm going to resend it. She's so funny. She is amazing. I can't wait for you to meet her. She is an 83-year-old fashionista that is very accomplished and has no concept of using AI at all.
Hmm.
At all. Yesterday, I showed her a couple of things, and she was just her mind was blown. So while we're waiting on her, I'm going to look something up.
Okay.
I saw it, and I'll share my screen, and we'll look so we're not looking at my forehead.
Mm-hmm. You
And
know, yesterday I was looking for a certain particular person in the hometown where I grew up, Jacksboro, and I put in their name, and a whole bunch of stuff came up, and it said it was from AI, that it had gathered that information from the internet and was telling me about when he died and who his kids were and all those things from his obituary, which I hadn't even put in, but AI had done it.
wow. So there is, let's see. I'm going to try to put this URL I found. If I can get it's HERISEADKINS.com.au Sloane. Oh, I had a J instead of an H. Because, hey, how's your husband, by the way?
He has not had his surgery. It's scheduled for Tuesday. And how was your TED Talk?
It's not till November 13th.
Oh, you haven't had it yet. Oh, oh, oh.
This is what I want right here. It's not, it was on Facebook. So, that always,
Oh, yeah.
I was going to buy it. Oh, it came up automatically. Cool. All right. So I'm not going to buy it, which is really great that it came up automatically. And I'm going to show you um, sometimes when Diana can't get into the Zoom, I put it on my website for, but I really don't want to do that. But I will. We're just going to go into, thanks for being patient. We're going to go into my site and I'm going to put the link on there. Because we are on Zoom and I'm going to go to my website. And I'm going to go to Pink Lady Posse, not now. I have so many websites. Okay. Where would I put it? I'll put it right here. Sometimes I hyperlink it to something on my homepage so she can find it. Which is not what I want to do because then it's on the website. But if it helps her,
When are you moving?
December 1.
Got another month.
Yeah, and I haven't started packing.
I guess they'll move you.
Let me call her because she's not usually late.
Hello?
Did it arrive yet?
I just got it and I clicked on it. The join us. Should I click on the top part that says Zoom?
No, click on the join us and see if it works.
Okay. It took me to a list of Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge.
No, I don't know what is happening over there. Go to pinkladyposse.com on your computer.
Okay. How do you spell posse? P-O-S-S-Y.
No, POSSE.com.
Okay. Okay.
If you scroll down, you'll see a picture of me that says bold is a verb. It's the first thing at the top of the page under the ladies.
Okay. It says watch the full.
What?
Watch the full video.
Nope. pinkladyposse.com.
Okay, I'm there, but I'm seeing pictures of you.
Do you see at the top, Pink Lady Posse with pictures of women? Women, it's up to us.
No.
Then something's wrong about where you landed. Is it,
Okay.
Are you at Pink Lady Podcast?
Yeah, bold is a verb. Okay, I see it now.
Okay, right underneath that paragraph says the word Diana. Women, it is up to us, Diana.
Okay, click on Diana.
Click on Diana. Let's see if it'll bring you in.
Register and join.
Register and join.
Join from Zoom workshop. Oh, it's going.
There you are.
Recording in progress.
Okay. That was harder than it has to be.
I know, and I got a message that something had expired. So anyway.
Well, I don't see your face though.
Okay, I've got to go down here to video and click on that. Okay, now you should.
I do see you.
Right.
Well,
Yes,
that was,
that was harder than it should have been.
I know. Well, we have some other people that may pop in, but I want you to meet Nancy. Nancy, tell Diana what you're up to and where you are.
Diana, I am in Fort Worth. Where are you?
I'm in Lubbock, Texas.
Oh, okay, not that far.
No.
And a couple of years ago, I began to teach about financial literacy. I've been an autism advocate for years. I have a 25-year-old grandson who's on the spectrum, and met this guy who was doing what I'm doing now, and he introduced me to this business, and I have just thoroughly enjoyed doing it. I've met so many people, and I'm 78 now. I was 76 whenever I joined this business, and my husband's not well, about to have another surgery on his neck. And he's in his own little world trying to deal with pain. And, I'm not there in his world. So this is my world and I love it. So glad to meet you. Tell me about you.
Okay, well, I'm 83. I just turned 83 last week, and I've been in radio and television. Right now, my passion is longevity, or we can call it age reversal. I like age reversal better than
Mhm.
longevity because that works. Sandy, what
Absolutely.
was it yesterday that we came up with um, that I thought was just a great title? And I wasn't taking notes yesterday. So what
I recorded it, but it was midlife reinvention.
yes, midlife
Oh.
reinvention. So anyway, I'm studying everything I can get my hands on from um, oh, stem cells
Mhm.
to the what works with your mind. It's an interesting journey, and there are so many people. There's so many new books out
Mhm.
uh, on. They call it longevity.
Mhm.
Um, So since I'm 83, I'm into longevity. I'm wanting to,
Absolutely. And I'm 78. I'm into it too.
yeah, I'm wanting to
I've
put
been
as many,
studying. Yeah, I've been
yeah,
studying a long, long time.
I want to put as many good years from now until as where I'm in good shape.
Absolutely.
Interesting that you talked about, did you say it was, you had a son that was autistic?
Grandson.
Grandson. I have a granddaughter that is 35 and she is autistic. She's very high performing.
Hmm.
Uh, but I've just worked and studied on a lot of things
Me
that
too.
would help. Uh-huh.
Yep. Yep.
Well,
Okay.
welcome to this coffee talk about AI. I literally feel like I've spent so many hours in the AI world, and I have been, I don't want to say keeping it from Pink Lady Posse, but it hasn't been front and center. But this week, for some reason, Diana said something that really challenged me to bring it forward. And that is, she said something like, I've got this background, this background. Who wants to hear from me? And the beautiful thing about the world we're in and the opportunities that are there now, women can now decide what matters to them and step forward and attract who they attract. And that's the impact they decide they're going to have on the world. It used to be if you were a radio personality, you had a radio station, you had listeners. Now, if you have a spot on the web and you have a way to send out an email or a way to send out a text, you can now invite people into your bubble or your world. And it doesn't have to be thousands at the time, but it can become thousands at the time. And AI has just changed the game plan. It would be like we used to play baseball going to first, second, and third. Now baseball is going to third and back home, and you don't have to do the first two bases. I mean, it's a totally different world. And I just feel like I'm exposed to so much of it that whoever wanted to learn it, I'm game for having the conversation. So that's how we got here. Yesterday, we actually looked at a couple of tools that I use because if you have a message, and Nancy, yours is money literacy, and Diana is longevity or age reversal, you have to kind of look and say, well, how are you going to say it? What are the words? What are the pictures? And what's the process? Right? If I'm going to do a post on Pink Lady Posse, then I have to have something I'm saying, and it's usually better to go with a video or a picture. And I like to have a tone of voice. So it sounds like something I would say instead of just dry text. And now AI can implement so much of that automatically that if we're not using it, we're just making it hard. So yesterday we looked at a couple of tools, but today, Nancy, I asked you, how do you use AI?
Mhm.
And you gave me a couple of examples. So share that. So Diana can hear what her reaction was to the question.
Okay. We started using AI a little bit with ChatGPT. I discovered it, I don't even remember how, several months, probably at least a year ago, if not longer. And we were just taking ChatGPT, putting in some words that actually reflect what a loved one does or likes, and it would make a poem for us. We asked it to, um, for their birthday or for a particular special day. We had a graduation of our 18-year-old grandson in June. So my husband did a poem for that, and it was fairly long, but it really spoke to what he actually is and does and likes. And then I also, with my business, I attract people on LinkedIn. And so I have scripts that I use. Most of them are some that I have made up myself, and I've, attracted some people with those. But then I thought, why not use some Chat GPT? We've got a lot of people that are losing their jobs and all kinds of things that affect them. And so I just put in some words and said, Chat GPT, provide me a script for LinkedIn because it needs to be kind of professional, and gave them some of the things I wanted it to say. And it came up with one. And then it said, would you like a different one, like maybe more conversational? And I said, sure, give me that. And it did. And then it said, do you want some other kind? And I said, sure, just going ahead and letting it do its thing. And then it got to, I'm not paying for it. And so it got to a point where it said, okay, that's all we can do for you. And so I took parts of some of those and actually sent a new script out. I haven't gotten anybody, but I haven't sent it, but maybe to one or two people. I haven't had really a lot of time. That was just yesterday. So, it's working somewhat for me, and I love it that it helps with these special occasions that we can actually spotlight our children, our grandchildren, or other people that we love.
Now that is a beautiful use of ChatGPT. So let me clarify some words that you said. We usually think of script as the words, like a script for a movie or a script like that. In ChatGPT, a script is a set of instructions.
Okay.
So I can literally go ask my friend, hey, what's a good script for having a keto diet. What's a good script for that? And they may have one that they use all the time. I could have a script that I put in ChatGPT that says, show me how to eat 1,200 calories a day for a week. And these are foods I like, and these are foods I don't like. It'll go out there and it'll swim and do what it does, and it'll come back and it will deliver a result. Now, some people are afraid of AI. They think it's going to know me, it's tracking me, it has my credit card, I mean, all that. ChatGPT doesn't remember from one assignment to the next. So you could ask it tomorrow and it would give you a whole nother week of 1,200 calories, but you can send it to yourself or share it and retain it. But if you don't retain it, it's not memorized. So you don't have to fear it, but you also want to retain it if it's something you want to have, like you said, Diana. What did we have yesterday? Well, I retained it, but if I didn't, it would just be fresh every day. So you don't have to fear it. And I'm in so many classes where I'm given scripts for things. One we looked at yesterday was a script on how to decide your competitive advantage, what makes you different in a way that is market worthy. Well, that's a script. Then, if you have a script and a script and a script and a script and a script that combines into a GPT, it can be ready to do a lot of things and evaluate a lot of things all at once. So if I found a custom GPT for a 30-day diet that's keto, under 1,200 calories, that's been approved, and has testimony, someone out there has already created a custom GPT that will help you accomplish what you want to accomplish. Some of them are paid, some of them are free, some of them ChatGPT can kind of come up with, but it's so cool to go find one that already lives and it's already created. So I'm going to, just with that little background, I'm going to show you, we're going to look at one. Last night I'm on Facebook and I see this, this ad, and it says, Sloane doesn't just help you tell stories, she helps you tell stories that sell. So what people are doing now is naming their custom GPT. And this woman has named her custom GPT Sloane. And Sloane will help you tell a story that sells. I have another friend, and she wrote one that takes your horoscope, your human design, your personality, your DISC score, all of those pieces, and helps you communicate your mission in life. And she named it the Oracle. She could have named it Sandy Parker. She just picked out a name. So what we're going to look at right now together is this Sloane bot. Sloane is a custom GPT somebody's created, supposedly that it helps you tell a story that sells, right? So if I'm trying to sell somebody on joining the Pink Lady Posse, how great. Or Diane, if you're trying to sell somebody on a story that would have them want to know more about LifeWave patches, how great you don't have to sit in your office by yourself, or money literacy, and come up with a story, right? So this is just one, and I don't even know it, but I found it this morning. And so I'm going to share my screen and we're going to ask Sloane, how can we make a story that sells? And I don't know what we're going to get, but I know if it's a GPT, if I don't retain it, I won't have it tomorrow. And after I close it, Sloane or the lady or me, none of us has access to it. So it's just a moment in relation with a GPT. Isn't
So
that
anybody can use it, Sandy? I mean, I know you
well?
said some of those were you had to pay, but Sloane was actually free, right?
Well, on the Facebook, interesting enough, on the Facebook page, it was $47.
Oh, okay.
On Chrome, I went and said, help me find Sloane, the storytelling GPT, and it just took me to it. So had I not known what I was looking for, I don't know. We'll see. The other thing is I took a class this week called How to Make a Perfect Offer, and the guy named it Offercraft. It includes about 10 custom GPTs that he's already written, and the class cost me $97. And they gave me the GPT and how to use it, and a video instruction, and a class with him. Well, for me, if I'm trying to create an offer in the marketplace, it's worth $97. If I sell one thing one time, it would have been worth that.
Hmm.
Some of them are 27. I
Hmm.
think I bought the Oracle for 44. But now I have the Oracle and I can always, in fact, this is one of the things I'm going to be providing is called a reveal session, where you give me your birth date, your time of date, and we go find your horoscope, your human design, your mission in life, and it will tell you what it thinks you're here on the planet to do. Now, is that scientific? No. Is it interesting? Yes. When what resonates, resonates, you get your own confirmation in yourself, right? It's not about somebody telling you what your mission on the planet is, but when it says you're here to impact women, in my heart, I go, I know that. So it was just written in a beautiful way. So we're just going to go look at Sloane and see what happens. And I have no idea, but it's a good example of using a chat GPT. So you see, this says Sloane, your storytelling content bestie. She named it that. And over here, you'll notice I have Sparkle Podcast, which is my custom GPT, and the Oracle's over here too. So I have a lot of things that I use over and over, but where it says, let's nail some storytelling content ideas. I'm going to use mine first and then we'll do yours. I'm going to say, I have a group of ladies in midlife reinvention. And by the way, you can talk to it by using this. If you don't want to type, you can just say all this out loud and you don't even have to type it. I have a group of ladies in midlife reinvention, and I want to tell a story that will lead them to be curious about what they get by joining. I have no idea what's going to come out, just so you know. I'm going to hit go. Let's see what she says. She could say you didn't pay for it, but she didn't. She said, love that. Let's start with the raw material. Tell me one real moment that's happened with this group or in your own reinvention journey that you might want to shape into a story. Could be something a client said, a moment of surprise, a shift you noticed. Don't overthink it. What's one moment that made you feel something this way? I'm going to say, I used to be afraid of curbs because I don't walk very well. But now I step up anyway, even a little afraid. And I want other women to do that with curbs in their life. Have no idea what we're coming up with. Here we go. What a potent metaphor. And the fact that it's real, lived, and physical makes it land even deeper. Let's shape it into a few storytelling angles that both connect emotionally and spark curiosity about your group. 4 ways you could tell this story. The metaphor moment. Use the curb as the image. Start with the literal. I used to be afraid of curbs, and expand it to the figurative. Live curbs, your audience steps around, avoids, or freezes in front of. Let the metaphor carry the emotional weight. Then invite them into a space where they don't have to step alone. And she's got 4 others, but I'm going to take number 1. I'm going to say, I like number 1, but I don't know how to tell that story. Should I put it on Facebook or what? Like, I'm just going to act like I have no idea and see what she says. The beautiful thing about ChatGPT is, while it doesn't know you, it has all the knowledge that's been accumulated by emotional speakers, TED talkers, books that are on the internet. It has a wealth of knowledge. So it says, start with a literal moment. I used to be afraid of curbs. Drop this into your body. I don't walk easy, but somewhere along the way, I decided this. I still get nervous. This is what we do in my group. We name the curbs. We don't rush. We just pretend we're not scared, but we step together. That's a pretty good story. If it was money literacy, and Nancy was saying, tell a story about people being confused about money literacy, and it would come up with 4 ideas, and then you could elaborate on any one of the. So says, as for where to post it, Facebook is good, a personal post, a group post, a live video. Would you want help shaping how this could sound in your voice for a post, or feeling clear enough to write it? I have, yes, I like my tone of voice to be like Brene Brown
Yo, I love Renee.
with a twist of Rosie O'Donnell. Like, I love a snarky woman, and Brene Brown is great, right? So I'm going to
Oh, I
say
love
that, and we're going to see what happens. Oh, that's delicious.
Renee.
Here's a loose shape you could play with it in your voice, not a caption, just scaffolding for how you might tell it. I used to be afraid of curbs, literal curbs, the kind on sidewalks. I don't walk easily, and for a long time, even that tiny step felt like a mountain. And to be honest, sometimes it still does. But here's the one thing I've learned: curbs don't go away in life or in your body. There's always another one coming. So now I still hesitate. I still feel the wobble, but I step up anyway. Because the goal isn't to feel fearless, it's to move, even when the curb looks high. Even when it's awkward, even when people are watching. That's the kind of reinvention I believe in. Not polished, not perfect, just take the step, right? I'm going to say, I want it a little snarkier. That sounds too nice. Too nice. And she's going to do it. Ready? Curbs used to scare the hell out of me. And no, that's not a metaphor. I mean, actual concrete things inside curbs. Because when your body doesn't move the way you want it to, something that small can seem like Everest. For a long time, I'd do the curb shuffle, looking for the ramp, the driveway. This is funny. I would post this on Facebook. But here's the thing, there are curbs everywhere, in your neighborhood, in your career, in your relationships, in your brain. Eventually, I had to decide, am I going to keep walking in circles to avoid the damn curb? Or am I going to step up, even if I'm still a little scared, and keep going? This is what we do in my group. We name the curbs. We don't shame ourselves, but we don't keep walking around them either. We step up wobbly, sweaty, sometimes swearing, but we step. That's what reinvention actually looks like.
I love it.
Now, that
That's
sounds just like me. It sounds like exactly like what I would say, and I would want to post it on Facebook with a picture of a curb. So before
that
I
is just
lose
great.
it, I'm going to share it because I don't want to lose it. I think that's fantastic. Copy the link. I want to make sure it's copied. Link copied. I'm going to go to my email or notepad or whatever, and I'm going to send myself this thing that says to myself, Cool Curb Talk by Rosie. And I'm just going to paste it. And I'm going to send it. So that what we just did could be 4 posts times 2 voices. I could go back and say it's a little snarky for LinkedIn. Could you make it a little more professional?
Mhm.
Now, that to me is a marvelous use of a custom GPT that we found for free.
That's awesome.
And any woman in business or in life who's trying to sell or share anything would be crazy not to use the tool. I said this yesterday. It's like putting a hole in the wall with a hammer. If you want to get something done, do it faster, do it better, do it smarter, do it like the 40-year-olds are doing it in corporations all over America. That's why a copywriter isn't sitting there writing copy because Chat GPT did in 15 minutes what a really good copywriter. And Diana, did we not see copywriting on those radio commercials?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
So you could be the voiceover on a radio commercial in 10 minutes. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it
That's
is amazing.
amazing. Can you send us the
Chat
link to
GPT.
this to the Sloane?
Yeah, isn't that awesome? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Sloane. And do you see up here where it starts out with chatgpt.com, blah, 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 blah,
Mm-hmm.
blah?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to send it to both of you right now. And all you do is start. So I'm going to send it to Diana, Nancy Cotton. I'm sure you're in here. What's your email, Nancy?
N.A. Cotton.
That's why I don't have it. There you go. And I'm going to say chat GPT link. You'll go to your email and you will open it just like you did a Zoom link. And you now have a custom GPT sitting there to have a conversation with you about whatever it is. But that's what that one does, is help you tell stories. There are a million of them.
That's
Anything you
amazing.
want, huh?
I said, that's amazing, Sandy. I write for our church once a month. We choose a family or one of our members, and it's get to know your church family. Well, I'll get stuck for a word or a phrase or how to, tell something. And so I'll go to Chat GPT, and it's beautiful, what they send back. It helps a lot. But you're telling me about different things that I had no idea that we could use. I heard the story on the news about a lady that asked GPT to give her lottery numbers, and she won the lottery. And then I went to a meeting the other night, and they were trying to project how this particular stock in the stock market was going to perform, and put in all of the information that was up to that point. And Chat GPT said that it's going to triple before next March.
Now, here's the other thing. There are going to be people out there in the finance world that have already created a custom GPT. that has not only what Chat General would say, but what top company A, top company B, top company C, and it would merge all of that information into a custom GPT. And I actually know women in the Pink Lady Posse that are writing their own custom GPTs.
Wow.
Now, you may not want to do that, but to not use AI is unfortunate. So I'm going to show you something else. And you mentioned about you have a free version of Chat GPT.
Mhm.
If you have a free, you can use it for free. And I think you can do, I don't know, 3, 4 levels, and it goes, okay, that's all for today. Because it's all for today.
Mhm. But tomorrow,
But tomorrow, ask it what you need today. The birthday's not till a month away. You got plenty of days to figure out a poem, right? I'm going to show you another one, and it's called Perplexity. The biggest difference between ChatGPT, in my words, the way I use it, and Perplexity, Perplexity answers questions with source notes. So I'm going to show you literally how it works, because you'll go, what? So Perplexity, I'm just going to go to my Chrome and I'm going to put in Perplexity. I do not pay for Perplexity. It looks just like Chappie. I'm going to say, I am building an offer for women in midlife reinvention. And I want 4 pillars of things they need to have in place to have a great life. What do women really need in this age group? As if I don't know, right? I'm just going to ask it. I'm going to click go. It's going to search the internet. It's going to tell me women need this: health, self-care, mindset and resilience, meaningful connections, and purposeful growth. These elements help foster a life that's vibrant, fulfilling, and uniquely adapted to the challenges and opportunities faced at this stage. And it gives me the link where it found that. Now I'm going to go down here. A strong, adaptable mindset, and here's the source. And I don't mean anything about Fox News while I'm saying this, but if that said Fox News, it would tell me more about, like if it's NIH, that might be the kind of research I'm looking for, right? So it tells me literally where it found that. Meaningful connections, personal growth, da 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 da. Now I'm going to say, I need more than concepts. Can you give me any research to support the last one? Purposeful growth. Purposeful growth. Data, please. If found. Right? Like I need numbers, not just a happy paragraph. It's going to go look. Look at all the sources it's scanning to come up with research. It says data-backed evidence, a longitudinal study published, tracked by 13,000 adults, 50 plus, find that those with the strongest sense of purpose reduce their risk of death by 15% during the 8-year follow-up. Women in this study lowered their risk of all-cause mortality by 34%, while men saw a reduction of 20%. And the source of that is Medical News Today. Analysis from this study says this: NIH. Harvard Health says 7,000 adults during a 4-year period, life purpose was commonly defined by goals, da, 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 da. And then it shows me the data. And now I'm going to say, like, I got to remember this is recorded. That's good. But what does that mean for a group of ladies that I want to encourage to join my group, which is all about connection and longevity? You have now exhausted your free researches, but it has this: women who pursue goals have better physical and mental health. Purposeful engagement lowers the risk of chronic illness. Connection, forming deep, positive relationships, protects against loneliness and boosts emotional resilience, which amplifies the benefits of da da da. Message for your members. Joining your group means stepping into a space where meaningful connections and shared journeys toward purpose are a top priority. Members benefit by this, and this. Scientific evidence backs up what your heart already knows. When women come together to grow, connect, and cheer one another, they thrive for years to come.
That's amazing.
I'm going to share that link copied. I'm going to copy the link and I'm going to email it to myself.
I have a friend that I've had since elementary school. We grew up together. She had a really bad cancer about 25 years ago, actually had to have a stem cell transplant from someone in Germany. She has lived with I don't know how many types of things, horrible things that go wrong whenever you have those stem cells from somebody else. Plus, she has had a whole lot of other things happen to her. But she has a purpose. She has friends. She has a positive attitude, and she uses perplexity. And she takes information to her doctor appointments from perplexity because they don't have all that information. And she says, I want this. I know about this. Can you prescribe this for me? And a lot of times they do, sometimes they don't. But she uses this all the time because she wants the most recent information that she can have and take to her doctor. 25 years later, she's still living. Now, she doesn't have a humongous quality of life because of a lot of things that have happened to her, but she keeps that positive attitude. I cannot believe every time I talk to her that she is upbeat and,
Thank you for sharing that and the reason this is recorded, except I'll take out your email address and stuff like that, is because I want this to be in the world where people are seeing other women our age use AI, not because I'm selling AI. I'm selling a quality of life that without good tools and technology, you just won't have. You'll be happy, you'll be drinking your coffee and talking with your neighbor. But when you're up to accomplish something, why not have all the tools? And there's this cloud over AI like it's gonna, do something. But I am here to just say women our age deserve all the good stuff. And that's why it's going to be on Pink Lady Posse, because maybe we were talking yesterday about if I was on a walking trail and Diana saw something cool over there on a detour that's not on our path, and she said, hey, you should come over here and check this out. I would do it. But without being told it's over there,
you don't know about
I don't
it.
know.
Mm-mm.
And we don't know what we don't know.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I found out when I came into my business. I thought I knew all I needed to know, and then I had my whole thing opened up and thought, "Oh my goodness, I need to tell other people about this."
So I think the best way to learn it is to see someone play with it a little bit.
Hmm.
Because I know Diana had thoughts after yesterday. Because Diana is a thinker.
I am too.
And yeah, and I did this practice with the $97 and the 10 custom chat GPTs, and you do the first one and then you do the second one. And it finally said your earning potential in the market is $324,000 a year
Wow.
based on what we did the first thing, and then we did the second thing. And it says, okay, if you want to do some speaking and you want to have some workshops and you want to have some classes out there people can buy without you, do this, and this is what it could equal to. I'm not like wishing I could make $500. And now that thing takes you to a 30-day action plan on putting it in place. This is a top researcher, that company, he worked for Apple and Verizon and all that. He knows how companies test a product and they either go forward with it or they don't. And they find the least, the most viable, smallest product, and then they grow. And he's teaching us how to do that. It's $97. If you want the link, I have the link, but the point is there's another one out there for how to sell stories. There's another one out there for how to design your dress. There's another one out there for a diet. The whole world is now comprised of chat GPTs, custom GPTs, and programs that are out there. So that's really all I could go on about 40 other programs, because I'm telling you what, I'm swimming in the deep end. But
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
is there anything that is on your mind now as far as what you would like to brainstorm together or think about, or
I am really concerned about a lot of people that I see on LinkedIn because I'm there. That's where I swim. And AI has taken their jobs. AI has caused them to be in a pool of people that is so humongous that they can go 18 months and still not get a job.
Mhm.
And I'm trying to figure out how in the world to help them because so many of these people. I saw a girl the other day, a woman that I had connected with, and she is an HR person. There are tens of thousands out there that don't have jobs. She had put in applications for 18 months. Her money had run out. She said, I'm going to be homeless. She has a GoFundMe. And I want to try to say to these people, there are opportunities out there. You got to get in the boat whenever they come along. You can't just wait and wait and wait. How do I do that?
Well, it's a multifaceted problem. And the first one is the resumes they're writing may or may not be getting through the sifting of AI programs that are looking for specific talent.
Mm-hmm.
So there are services and custom chat GPTs that help you make sure your resume is written specifically for what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
There's another Chrome extension that I work with that is called a Bridge Collective, which helps, and I can get you a link for that too, which helps you put in 20 people you trust in LinkedIn, not connections, which is, we want to build connections, but this is a higher level of trust so that you can now look at Nancy Cotton and see who Nancy Cotton knows and ask Nancy Cotton for a referral. It's a step closer person to person than, hey, shall we connect? Hey, do you have a job? Hey, should I send my resume? So people still help people find good places to work where they are.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another tool. And then there's going to be services out there, having seen this need, that help people in that way. I think the biggest thing you can do is, it's a lot like your friend with perplexity, is to take charge of a future that may not be what you had in mind.
Exactly.
For
Hello.
example, if we did this yesterday with the competitive edge, let's say I know technology, I know radio, and I'm a speaker, and I'm an arts and crafts person. If you put all of that into a bailiwick, there might be an arts and crafts company for whom my hidden skills are valuable.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think that custom GPT is so valuable, because it says, first of all, tell me all you know.
Mm-hmm.
And all I did for Diana was copy and paste her LinkedIn profile.
Mm-hmm.
And it was right on, wasn't it, Diana?
Yes, it was.
It didn't even
Absolutely.
say a thing about how much you love football. But if
I
I were
appreciate
doing it,
y'all so much. I have another meeting that's starting
okay,
right now,
all
and
right.
so I'm going to go, but I would love to get back with you and talk more.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thanks for coming. So good to see you, Nancy. And Diana
Good
are
to
going
see
to just,
you. And Diana, I'd love to do a one-on-one. I know about LifeWave. Um, we've had minimal things with it because my husband is not on board, and he's very sensitive, has sensitive skin, and he can't wear them on the skin at all. And so we're still trying to deal with that. So thanks
well,
a
I'll
bunch.
connect you too.
Please do.
And then you guys can take it from there. And Diana and I are going to stay here and play a little longer. And thanks for coming, Nancy.
Thank
Yes.
you.
So
Take
nice
care.
to meet you,
Bye-bye.
Nancy.
Nice to meet you.
So I'm actually going to stop the recording so we can say whatever we want.